What is up, guys? Welcome back. This is All Into the Spectrum, the podcast. This is episode 22 of season 2. I'm your host, 3am Alexander Kareem Chinyu, famously known all around the nation and world. I'm coming to you guys today with a video, obviously, and we are on the rooftop. So right now we're outside, and this is the center of Fort Lauderdale. I'll get you guys a nice little view in a moment, but I want to fucking check in. How is the Spectrum gang doing out there? You guys have been working very hard at your own pace for Rockstar. Rockstar is on the brink of peaking. It's about to blow up. I got really high expectations for this music video review. You know, it's coming out in less than 2 days. Excuse the wind. You know, we are at a very high elevation right now. It is about 230 feet high in the sky. So expect some wind, expect some turbulence. So we out here. But Rockstar's doing pretty fantastic right now. I'm really happy. We're peaking at 20K, and then we already have the video ready to go, scheduled, ready for a release. I'm just waiting for those numbers to say that you guys want this. So with that being said, All Into the Spectrum podcast, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And we're going to be doing more video content because I just understand how much that means to you guys, the viewers. Audios are super powerful, but sometimes we got to be a little bit more transparent. We got to show you how we live in, so you can really want to live this lifestyle. You know, one thing I've been learning in the past, just from growing with having actual supporters, people want to support you when you're on top, looking good, posting cool shit. Once you fade away for a little while and you kind of don't post for a few days, you will get those texts and those DMs like, yo, what's going on? Haven't seen any encouragement lately. What's up with your posting? And I think that's always fire, like to get reminders from your supporters that they want to see you posting daily. Just consistency is what gets you in their face a little bit longer. So with that being said, I hadn't dropped a vlog because I'm waiting for you guys. I want you guys to show me how much you want this content. On that note, let's mention my second YouTube channel. I just created a second YouTube, and it's called Kareem's Creations. And I dropped my first episode. It's a part 1. You know, it's installation framework tutorial, because me, my mom, and my brother, we've got a camper, aka RV, off of Craigslist for under $3,000, and we have to essentially build the inside. You know, it came with wheels, and you know, the exterior framework was on, and could use a little bit of work, you know, some sealant, installation, putting up walls, making it livable. So in that first video, it's a very short video because I'm feeling out that channel. You know, I'm putting up content that is not 3am Alexander based, just because I want you guys to know that I'm really out here. Like, I have tons of aspirations and hobbies that I do all the time. I just may not showcase it. So now that I can actually show you guys what I like doing in my spare time, which are like little small odd jobs, I'm gonna put you guys in that world and just understand, like, you know, 3am Alexander is one part of Kareem. Kareem is really the face of him and actually runs that brand. You know, I want to thank everyone over at Anchor for supporting my podcast, because we're growing. You know, I just want you guys to understand that this stuff is all like self-engineered, self-worked. Sometimes you lose a little bit of inspiration when you're just like consistent. You're like, damn, what am I doing this for? Do I really love doing this? You gotta kind of question yourself and how deep you actually want to go with this shit. So like, I go through that sometimes when it comes to like content creating. Like, I'll create content weeks, and then I'll just like hit like a break where I'm like, man, I want to take a break right now. I'm really feeling like chilling. I want to actually enjoy life. I don't want to have a camera out every 5 seconds constantly documenting. It can become like a stress relief is what I use it as. When I get a little stressed out, I want to go lock myself away and create, make a song. on that note, new song coming out soon called No Jumper. It is so fire. Video for that, of course, too, after Rockstar sits on the charts for at least a couple weeks. We want Rockstar to get the proper buzz to the highest potential, you know. A couple random offers in my email come in all the time. People want to meet with you. People want to sit with you. That's fun. Like, never turn down meetings out there, especially if you're up and coming. Like, take any meeting you want, you know, especially if you see that you can align with a brand. Right now, I turned down a meeting a few days ago, you know, about something that I was really excited about in the beginning, but when I actually had my lawyer look over the contract, it wasn't in my favor. It's weird because, you know, I've hear out there in this industry, like they say, your first contract's going to be a shit contract. You know, don't expect a crazy negotiable contract on your first run. You kind of got to pay your dues to the game and get fucked, essentially. And I don't like that. So I don't agree with that, and I don't abide by that. So I take meetings with certain companies that I'm interested in. But I just haven't aligned an interest with the right one right now. That's why we're independent and we're working on the brand. So this week, I want to talk about a few things with you guys. There's so much going on in the headlines. I want to steer away from just talking about what other podcasts talk about. I really just want to talk about me and talk about what I'm doing, because that's why you're here. And I know you guys like to know about what I'm going through, you know. So, yes, I know you guys are wondering, how serious are you about this and taking it to the next level? It's really excited to have all this, like, steam, you know. It's a snowball effect, essentially what it is. We're constantly just working on it. So in the past, I want you guys to understand that we were definitely on a slow grind. It took a little bit of more of what you really wanted to do to make it happen, you know. I was really, really motivated in the summer. You know, the quarantine hit, and I really had no other choice but to get out and grind and, like, figure it out. At that time, I didn't know about any of the entrepreneurial hustles that are out there. There's so much out there that you can invest your time into. Make a little coin, you know. A little coin can be from a couple $100s to a couple $1,000s in a short period of time. It's really all about what you want to do and how motivated you are. So when the quarantine pandemic hit, I really had no fucking plan. I'm going to be honest. Like, yes, my family, we have, like, some things going for us. We have some, you know, financial shit happening where, like, we're okay and we're stable. But everything that's good comes to an end. You can't just sit around and think, like, yo, this is going to be plush forever. Like, you got to work towards things you want to do. So in the time, I want everyone to know this, because this is real. You know, I didn't know how to invest my money. I didn't know how to essentially get anything off of the ground yet. I'm still a small fish in this pond, and I'm figuring it out just like you guys are. Like, my mentors and people that I really look up to aren't available to me all the time like I would like them to, which is really hindering, because you got to go through life and you got to figure out what's right, what's wrong. You got to really chase your dreams. And during the pandemic, I came up with this concept that I wanted to dream crazy. Like, I want to just dream as crazy as I can. Like, I don't know what I wanted to do. I was just getting over, like, a crazy falling out at that time. You know, I was working in an interesting job, just met the girl of my dreams, and it's like two sides. I'm being pulled in every way. I really had no plan, which was, like, the worst thing, having no plan, and I'm getting pulled in all these directions. And I finally sat down with myself, and I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I worked really hard on myself. I started putting out a little bit more content, which created the motivation. We went from 38 episodes in the summer to 60. Okay, so 30 episodes in a span of 3 months, just consistent. I had to learn the hard way, and I wanted to really do some of these things for myself, because, you know, when you get in this wormhole, in this rabbit hole of content creating, YouTube, rappers, entrepreneurs, like all these people that you look up to and you watch Instagram, it's literally polluting your brain to believe that you cannot achieve that shit. So I sat back in quarantine. I figured it out. I started All Under the Spectrum, the podcast, 22 episodes deep. I really sat and I said I wanted to create residual income platforms, which was the podcast. Created a clothing brand through Teesprings, which we do have a code / All Under the Spectrum podcast. Teesprings, you know, create your own apparel. You know, they take a percentage. It's a 40% cut, but you still have margins to make your money if you're motivated, and you have people that actually want tangible items, whether it be a t-shirt, a scarf, a pillow, a towel. You can make whatever you want on that website, and we did that. We thrived for a little while, especially during the holidays. People wanted some of that merch. It was amazing. I was so blessed. I was so thankful. That happened. Podcasts. I figured out how to actually get into the e-commerce space, which is one of the biggest things. I met with some people in my local community that were like thriving in this industry, and they had so much to offer, so much to talk about. I thought it was all a myth, a Ponzi scheme. I was like, what the fuck? How do you make money from sitting in front of your computer all day? But I didn't understand ads. I didn't understand data. I didn't understand actually back links. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand NFT. I didn't understand these things. So I sat back and I got with some people that were really motivated. You know, that's something that people forget. You need motivated people in your life, because they push you a little bit harder than some of the people that are just working for the man and are actually stagnant, regular, wanting a 9-to-5 job that thinks that's going to get you rich. Working for someone else's company isn't going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. You're working for your own money. Learn about that, guys. So I sat back. I needed to figure this out. I met with some people. I went to some seminars. I got my head in the game, okay? I got my head in the game to be in a space like this today for you guys. 3 a.m. Alexander drops, comes out consistent. The music is like, it's a roller coaster game. You know, these labels are so, they're so feeble. They're so stupid. They don't understand that, like, I don't understand why they don't understand that I'm trying to make money too. This shit's a business. I'm trying to make money too, guys. You can sell my product. My product can sit on the shelves, but I don't want to be shelved, all right? Signing to a label literally kind of hinders you sometimes. They fucking put you on a shelf. You lose your momentum because everybody else is on a roster behind you. That's why I haven't signed a deal yet, man. Fuck that. I'm independent. All Into the Spectrum, baby. All right. I'm going to calm down because I love you guys so much. I'm getting so hyped up, so motivated to just pass on this information. We are going to go into one of my sleepers for today. My sleeper for today is going to be, it's going to be that Bang Bang. It's going to be that Uno the Activist, 1000 Band Fani, NightClub. Let's go.
Beautiful. For life. For real. Check it out. Midnight club with the neon lights, but I'm on boot for the peons, right? Colorblind, don't see stars on red light, no speed limit, we on flight. Every day a little bit, remote define. If turn up, ain't out of that time. Kill it with ton is okay, fine. My name, my AK con. Cut it out with the cat, knock it off with the line. Y'all niggas be sign, still rockin' fake down. Knock it off for me, knock it off your shit. Pop it out, boy, get stomped in the pit. I'm such a gentleman, treat her polite. Give me head first, then call her a ride. Call her my side, cause she got more ass, then slut her out her end of my night. Bitch, I'm giant like 5 fold. All of my hoes bad head to toe. Keeping that heat of that fire like a stove. Hot full of cold with a baking soda. Uno Lotto came with the odor. Smoking on flower, I bust me a clover. Shawty wanna fuck, I told her come over. Ain't nothing new, I been done on it. Ain't nothing new, I been done on it. Ain't nothing new, I been done on it. These niggas think they getting that swag, that shit ain't new, we been up on it. We been up on it. Oh, you fuck that bitch, we done it. You just hit that hoe, been done. Niggas always think they want to have, but in the end, I'm 2 steps ahead, little bitch. I guess you say we run it. Yeah, bit weak. Guess you can say a little bit, we run it. Yeah, bit weak. Guess you can say a little bit, we run it. Yeah, we guess you could say a little bit, we running. Midnight club with the neon lights, but I'm on booth for the peons, right? Colorblind, don't see stuff, on red like no speed limit. We on flight, every day a little bit, we won't define. If turn up, ain't out of that time. Killer with kindness, okay, fine. My name, my AK con. Cut it out with the cap, knock it off with the line. Y'all niggas be sound still like a fake time. Knock it off for we knocking off your shit. Pop it up, boy, get stoned in the pit. I'm such a gentleman, treat her polite. Give me head first, then call her a ride. Call on my side, cause she got more ass. Just let her head out, her end of my night.
Let's go.
I'ma pull up in a Rari DeLorean. I'ma take her to a trip to Euphoria. And I know more than your local historian. You get what you want, try to just have annoying.
I hit the color, oh, she boring. I love the way she talk for foreigner. Holla to him, but who in his corner? Holla to him, his mom is a mourner. Okay, the way you been counting the morning. Okay, I count as my for reinsurance. I know that I got a lot of influence. Okay, well, why don't we y'all go to Florence? I came from the bounce, so you know I ain't going back. I've been a realer since I was born. Had to go a separate way, no, she torn. Cutting off all y'all pics, no warning. Notice this is I was sitting hot warm. That's just spirit, kid, color half warming. Had to let him go, they ain't do nothing for me. I will never go back and forth and inform it.
Midnight club with the neon lights, but I'm on booth for the peons, right? Colorblind, don't see stuff, on red like no speed limit. We on flight, every day a little bit, we won't define. If turn up, ain't out of that time. Killer with kindness, okay, fine. My name, my AK con. Cut it out.
Oh yeah, y'all heard him. So that was Thousand Band and Uno the Activist went crazy on this one. This one was fire. That's called NightClub. Actually, Cam actually sent me that song and he was like, we need beats like these. And I was just like, hell fucking yeah, them beats are different. They went off. Whoever made that one, he went absolutely stupid on that. And that shit is definitely my first sleeper for today. So we're going to talk about my Benjable. Let's talk about my Benjable. So my Benjable this week is actually a Netflix original series. 2021. It's called Behind Her Eyes. So it's a psychological thriller. It is such a fire. I actually watched the entire first season in one night. I watched it all yesterday. I'm going to be honest. I'm coming to you with like a fresh mindset. I watched it all last night while uploading my first video for Kareem's Creations, which is crazy. Doing like multiple things at once. So the whole thing is so interesting. Main leading character, 2 women. Leading man is one woman's wife, one woman's husband. He's a psychologist, and this woman, she's obviously mentally ill and she's a little bit crazy, but he starts to have feelings for his secretary, which is crazy. The actual actress, the main actress, her name is Simonia Brown, and the wife of Tom, but his name isn't Tom, but that's who the actual actor, his name is Tom Bettman, and then Ava is his wife. So Ava is the crazy one, supposedly. She actually has Tom like wrapped around her finger, who's her husband in the series. She gets in, she's rich, she's like royalty from another country essentially. She loses her parents at a very young age when she's 17 or 18 years old. This guy is like a local boy from up the street. He meets her. Obviously, he's obsessed with her, so he tries to get his way into her family. She obviously has like past history because she's done a ton of drugs. All fucking stories are like that. Like rich girls just fucking do tons of weird drugs, heroin, cocaine, etc., and just are not happy with their family and just hate their lives. So this girl is essentially rich as fuck, loses her parents at 17, goes into a mental place, breaks down. This dude wants to marry her when she's 18. He waits until she's 18. He marries her, then takes all her money. He builds up a life to basically have all these proofs and examples that she's crazy so that she can go back into the mental place and he can keep all her fucking money. He falls in love with his assistant, who becomes the only friend of this girl because she friends her. She's so crazy and so manipulative that I don't know how to explain it, you gotta watch it, but she has this like secret power where her soul can leave her body at night while she's sleeping in her imagination, and she can go wherever she wants as like a little mist. So she goes and she runs into the secretary one day on the street and begins to start following her and to befriend her so that she can make the secretary befriend and lose the relationship with the husband. So she knows that her husband is cheating on her the entire time, because you'll find out as you're watching, there's like reoccurrencing. Like, the husband fell in love with a woman around the corner from a previous house. They had to move, relocate, and create a new life. It's some interesting shit, but when you're rich and you have that kind of money, you can just pick up and go whenever you want, rent, lease something new for an entire year, pay it down, and just be there existing. So this woman is rich, but she doesn't have any control of her own money, because her husband's a fucking psychiatrist, and he has every motive to make her seem crazy and to keep her money. Long story, diving in, the secretary is black, the wife is white, the husband's white, and it's so crazy because he falls in love with this black woman who's like, she's amazing, she's a single mother, she has such an interesting life, and she wants him to fall back in love with her, because she starts to go back and figure out the patterns and the signs of the wife, how the wife could have manipulated the situation to then be in her life and befriend her so that she can now turn them against each other, which is what I figured out in the ending. I didn't see the last episode because I was already 3 a.m. I was very tired, just finished editing. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna actually not finish this. So that is my Benjable for this week. It is on Netflix if you guys ever want to watch it. It's called Behind Her Eyes. It's a 7.2 on IMDb, 89% on Google, and Rotten Tomato has yet to score them yet. But it's fire. It's super, super fire. It's very, very, very interesting. It's a thriller, a psychological thriller, if you're into shit like that, because, you know, I am. But on that note, I want you guys to First of all, I want to thank you guys for listening and coming back in, just showing love. You know, the podcast is definitely going to continue to grow. This is not the last podcast, I promise you. I've just been doing a lot. So be on the lookout for Rockstar. It's going to be coming out in less than 2 days once we hit that 20K. Be on the lookout for No Jumper once that drops. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here today for you guys? I'm actually going to preview No Jumper for you guys today. Go ahead and enjoy No Jumper, and we're going to sign off today. I love you guys. Thank you for viewing. We just got a little 20-minute clip. I don't know. I just wanted to put something out. I miss you guys, and I am back. So expect new content from me. Expect new music. Expect new vlogs. Expect new podcasts. So I'll see you guys later. This is my up-and-coming song, unreleased, called No Jumper by me, 3 a.m. Alexander. Let's go.
Well, so thankful to have me that love you like this, yeah, back up again. Can't you change your heart and your people that love you that told you that they be the end? Wave hard to that bitch, say goodbye to that bitch. Looking like I'm a switch, I'm a lick, hit a lick. Stacking money with a chick, ain't no sense they counterfeit. She won't fuck 'cause my aroma, she a stoner, she a smart girl. She gon' work for that diploma, I coma. She got all top hair. Yeah, my nights just went up. Check the invoice, big boy shit, talking big toy shit. Got the Glock, it's gon' hit, not. She gon' fuck me 'cause my spot on top. Look at the head, you keep flexing in that drop. You get pop, R&B, that's on pop. Heard you callin' the feds. I ain't renting, riding in a foreign and it's tempting. Your bitch boring and she trippin'. My bitch boring and she whip.